Okay, it is currently 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm not trying to be too loud because people are still asleep, but I could not resist the urge to do this video. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Simply Jane, and if you're new here, please stay, and if you're returning, welcome. So today we're doing a very fun topic, and I was thinking about doing a get ready with me, but hi, I'm ready, because after this I'm going back to sleep. My sleep schedule has definitely been off last night, but I can't really complain. Let me tuck away my edges, my peekaboos. Upcoming news and events for this channel, some videos to be expecting. Hopefully very soon I'll be able to drop Simply Astrological, which is going to be a series that we discuss everything astrology, which I'm super duper excited for. And then hopefully I can do a new welcome video, especially for it being the New Year's. Now, today, right now, what are we doing? We're going to be discussing how to love yourself. Disclaimer, this content is not a substitute for professional help. Keep in mind that everybody's self-love is going to look different, especially when it comes to experience and what you feel, whatever areas in your life that you need to work on. Some of the things that I'm going to be listing in this video is going to come from my own personal experiences and what helps me. So I'm going to be sharing them, and if you resonate with it, then please comment down below. Please keep in mind that I am still in the process of learning and practicing and implementing it in my own life. I'm gonna be as frank as possible in the reality and experiences and the process that comes with it, and each topic will be brief. It won't be too much into detail. If you would like me to go into detail with certain topics, just comment it down below. It's truth about my experience. It was not easy, because even though that some of the things I'm going to be listing in this video, I was in the process of doing them, but I did have to do some shadow work, and here is what it is on screen. So I did have to sit down with myself, and excuse me if I'm looking down. I have my notes right here. Let's list off some tools that you may need or may like to use during this process. At the end of the day, the most important tool is yourself, because to be honest, like I said, these are tools. If you want to sit there and do it all in your head, by all means, hey, power to you. I will stress this probably 1,001 times. My favorite tool is paper and pencil. Journals, pencils, papers, pens, markers, it does not matter. A writing utensil and some paper. I have 1,000 of these, but these right here are going to be very important tools, so that way you can track your process. I'm gonna go into that later. Like your tangibles, you can use self-loving or affirmation cards, tarot cards, crystals, which is my favorite, books. Gotta give some shout out to Miss Amanda Seals. Any topics that you may be curious about, books. You can use astrology, numerology, moonology. In case you're religious, any Bibles or sacred texts, they will be all amazing tools in the self-loving process. Now let's get started. Now these will not be in any particular order. The very first one, put yourself first. Now my favorite quote that reminds me it will explain this so well is, you give from a place of overflow. Meaning that if you have an overflow of money, then you can give. If you have an overflow of energy, then you can give. If you have an overflow of time, then you can give. But when you're working out of a place of just flow, it is best to keep that stuff to yourself. If you only have enough money to pay your bills, if you give too much away without feeding into yourself, then you will be at risk of burnouts, breakdowns, very high intense moments needing to charge, making sure that you get what you need first, and then you can help people. Number 2 is my favorite: research and reach out. Now, if you are looking for, or you have a therapist, or a therapist, or adult, or friends, or family, or somebody you see as your guide or your teacher, ask them. Any questions that you may need to ask. If you want to do things more healthy, or you want a different technique on doing things, great. If you are a self-researcher, research it. The internet or books are going to be like your best friend. My key phrase: be curious and be skeptical. Everything that you may find or hear, you don't have to take it at face value at first. You can read multiple articles, watch multiple YouTube videos before you actually integrate it into your belief system. This one, affirmations. These cards right here, how to love yourself cards, and it's a deck of 64, and it's by Louise Hay. They are a beautiful deck of affirmations. Beautiful deck. That's probably upside down, but I'm not even gonna trip. This was given to me by my cousin. Thanks, sis. I put up here what affirmations are. If you may struggle with self-doubt, or you have trouble with these thoughts that you say that you're not good enough, guilty, affirmations is a good way to kind of switch the narrative upon yourself. Switching narrative and saying nicer things about yourself definitely does bring awareness to the thoughts that do flow inside of your head. You can actually look up certain techniques when it comes to ciphering through your thoughts and kind of making sure you monitor them and kind of replace them with more beneficial and more uplifting forms of thoughts. I lost my train of thought, and that train has passed. Next, I cannot stress it enough. You're gonna get tired of me saying this, but I'm gonna say it again. Journaling and mood tracking. The one thing I love when it comes to journaling and mood tracking is a key thing my dad has always told me is you cannot change what you cannot see. And the one thing I love about journaling is now you have a way, a very safe and a secret place to express yourself. And now that you've not only seen it and you've written it down, hear it in your head, or maybe even read it aloud, it does make it very much so real in that time, so you can do something about it. One thing, I'm gonna come back to journaling, but the one thing I love about mood tracking is when it comes to tracking certain moods and tracking certain activities throughout your day, now you can analyze certain parts of your days that you enjoy more than others. You can start to recognize, if doing such and such has made you happier in these days. Maybe you can add it in your routine, and maybe doing or eating such and such, that'll be brought up again later in the video. You can go ahead and take that out. But also, the one thing I like about mood tracking is now you kind of see a normalized flow of your ups and your downs. Now, like I said, that's going to be very different from everybody. Back to journaling, there's so many journaling techniques that you can do. Maybe doing a tarot reading and writing down the impactful message that I got into it, writing down gratitudes, writing down if my day was good or bad, self-expression, especially when it comes to my emotions. And I know that I am one to struggle with self-expression, and there's been times where I would just hold it all in till I explode, and here I am, I'm crying. Boundaries. The hardest part, pill that I had to swallow with this one, is recognizing, why was I lacking boundaries in the first place? Was I lacking boundaries because of fear of losing someone? Was it for acceptance? Was it me fearing confrontation? And all the other things. So, writing down why am I lacking boundaries in the first place, and then kind of reassure myself, why do I need to set this boundary, and standing firm in setting that boundary, and allowing a person to know that there are consequences when it comes to crossing these boundaries, whether those consequences be like a verbal warning or you get cut out of my life type of warning. Try me again. You would get cut. You would get cut, especially in the year 2020. Hello, beautiful people. It is Editor Jane. So originally we had plans to do 10. However, I am thinking about making this a 2-part video, making the first half with me unbeat and then doing the other half where it's actually a literal get rid of me, a real get rid of me, because that little 10-second get rid of me was try. Anywho, the one thing I do want to say is please remember that it is a process. It does not happen overnight. Change doesn't happen overnight. It is a process. You're going to have your ups and your lows. Make sure you're kind to yourself during this process. Okay? Bye. Thank you so much for joining me in my bed today. Because I didn't feel like getting out of my bed. I did get up to, like, you know, eat and take care of myself, especially drink a nice large cup of water. So if you resonate with this video, please comment down below. Please share your experiences and definitely share your own techniques. Like I said, this was just a brief. I will make videos in the future that are more detailed. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, babies.